What is up, Sweet Life family? We are at the Blue Hawaiian Helicopter Tour.
Ready to fly?
Ready to fly.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
The particular tour that we did was the Maui and Molokai Spectacular. This particular tour was 1 hour and 30 minutes. And the really cool thing about this tour is that we got to land at Ulu Palakua Ranch. And he landed the helicopter and we got to get off the helicopter and just take in the sights and get some great photos. But that was the cool thing. That's what made us lean toward this.
Maui-Kahului being the biggest dormant volcano in the world, technically not extinct. They say it's due for a mass eruption before it does go extinct. Of course, they've been staying there for a while now. Don't think it'll ever happen. All the activity over on the Big Island these days. Big Island is the only island with an active volcano. Alright guys, finally out of the airspace now. Free to talk to you. Got your microphones back on as well. Come up to our left over here, right along the shoreline, be passing by the Maui-Kahului Highway, named after one of the kings of Maui back in the day. Basically a miniature version of the road to Hana, which is that popular highway over on the east side of Maui. And up ahead, the most northwest points of the island. Also home to the Nakalele blowhole, which is simply just a hole in the lava rock. Water can shoot up and out of at times. Get pretty high as well. Usually not too active in the mornings, and it tends to get more active as the day rolls on, but again, just depends on the swell down there.
Pricing, you may want to know about pricing of this. So the average pricing just for the basic tour is $559 per person. If you're looking at a first class, which is the seats that are up front, that increases the price. Those tickets are $729 a person. At the end of the tour, they do sell videos and photos. I think we purchased ours beforehand. That's $120. I advise anybody who's traveling to always get trip protection. So that's going to be an additional $20 a person. And taxes and fees for us was $101.28.
Ulu Falls, about 1,800 feet tall. Actually, with a few waterfalls over here, it does manage to stay wet year-round, regardless of how dry it gets over here. It's an impressive water source up there in the valley for us.
So we spent right around $1,700 total for this trip for 2 people. There is a weight limit. If you're over 240 pounds, they're going to require you to get a comfort seat, which is basically 2 seats, but you'll just pay 50% off for that, 50% of that second seat.
And sometimes along this ridge line up ahead, and the cliff sides, catch some mountain goats hanging out from time to time. Even seen some deer up here, they're pretty impressive climbers. Alright, so the section of sea cliffs coming up just off to our left. These guys are featured in Jurassic Park 3 when they were parasailing in the movie. Kind of towards the beginning of it. Helicopters actually, Blue Hawaiian Helicopters, they are featured in Jurassic World. First one, just didn't say Blue Hawaiian up the top part of the helicopter. They took that out for the movie. Still got some flow coming off the sea cliffs, and there is water coming off this section of sea cliffs. Makes them some of the tallest waterfalls in the world. Top 5 actually, just under 3,000 feet tall.
Now again, these prices were when we went. Prices are subject to change. and the fuel prices are going to play a lot into the cost of things, whether they're going to increase prices or not. But again, these were the prices that we had when we went. This tour, actually we drove out to that site and it left from Haleakala. It was some of the most amazing. I just can't even put it into words. It was just beautiful, breathtaking views. And when I say breathtaking, I mean some of the maneuvers he was doing. I felt really safe at all times, but this was my first time on a helicopter. But he got us up close and personal to see the waterfalls, and it was just amazing. Our hats off to our pilot, Matt. He was an amazing tour guide, an amazing pilot, and he kept us informed. I really enjoyed this trip, this tour. And I would advise anyone that's taking a trip to Maui, I mean, this is a once in a lifetime thing that you can do while you're there. But if you're spending the money to go someplace like Hawaii, you want to take in all the sights and as much culture and things as you can, because Hawaii is not a cheap trip, but if you plan accordingly, you can be able to do all the tours that you want to and see the different sites and try the different restaurants. All it takes is a little bit of budgeting.
Right. And so I've been on a helicopter before, but not a tourist helicopter. So this is a different experience. You get to see the landscape, the beautiful mountains. You get to see Hawaii and all the beauty that it has.
One other volcanic crater is here in Molokai. The Molokai being over 2 million years old now, looking more and more like a valley these days. Less and less like the stereotypical crater you'd expect to see from a volcano. And speaking of volcanoes, 2 volcanoes did create Molokai back in the day, as well as Maui. Some point out as little as 1 volcano, or as many as 5. As we head out the front of the Waiau Valley here, see a couple houses down there along the shoreline. These guys are just moving off their grid. You know, got no running water, some generators for electricity, hunting and farming, growing food. Every once in a while, they're calling for a helicopter to come pick them up, get some random supplies. Other than that, they're basically on their own.
It takes you up high and you get to take in all of it. I mean, it is just so breathtaking to see it from that high up. You know, of course, we're planning a trip back to Maui, but if I never ever go there again, this was indeed a trip of a lifetime. And that's the way I want every trip I take to be, a trip of a lifetime. But Maui has a very special place in my heart. And out of all the islands that we visited, it is my personal preference. Maui is where I will return. That is my absolute favorite.
Now, there are multiple companies that do helicopter tours, but Blue Hawaiian to us is different. This helicopter tour or company has been in multiple movies, just like Jurassic Park. They have the best videos for you. They take the videos for you, but you can bring a camera if you want to. They have the best pilots. To us, we believe the best pilots.
And I'm one for reviews as well. I like to do my own research, but I rely heavily on reviews that other people have. Now, it doesn't make or break my choice, but it influences it.
Closer look at Lava Falls here, passing off to our right as we pass over the valley. Starting to make your way over the south side of Molokai now, home to small fishermen communities of Puko'o and Kampalo. The United States' largest coral reef up ahead. It's over 25 miles long. Almost the whole entire length of that, actually.
I like to hear what other people think about it, and their reviews were very, very good reviews. But even being my first time on a helicopter, I felt perfectly safe. Matt was very good in ensuring that we were safe even before takeoff. He adjusted my seatbelt for me just to make sure that I was in tight and comfortable. And I mean, he would even double back to get so that if the view was on the opposite side of us, he would go back so that the opposite side would get the same view as the left side would get the same view as the right side. So I really enjoyed that. In his narration, you can tell he really loves what he does with Blue Hawaiian. So shout out to Matt.
We were a little frightened at one point, but he did a great job. It did rain. Well, we flew into the clouds or the mist.
Right.
So it looked like it was raining, but he did an excellent job, and we chose to sit up front. So we had to pay a little extra, and I think that was one of the best seats up front because you get to see a forward view and you get to see a side view. If you sit in the back, the best seats are the one on the left, far left, and the far right side.
The waterfalls, oh my gosh, the views. I mean, this is something that you have to see for yourself. Even though we're showing you just a little clip of what, our view of things, this is something that you have to experience for yourself.
So I would say with all the excursions that Hawaii has to offer, this is one you probably need to check out.
This is a top one for sure. I think that I was most nervous initially about this one, but I was also excited. The nervousness came from me never having been on a helicopter before. I don't think that we showed the takeoff video, but I was meditating before I took off, praying, meditating, and trying to decide, okay, am I going to have a panic attack or am I going to be okay? But Matt was very reassuring. He took it easy, he took it slow, and I was perfectly fine. By the time we got off the air, I was looking over at the beautiful water and the views, and I didn't want to miss anything.
And I would say one thing, with the excursion we did, we got to land. Most of the excursions you don't get to land, but with this one, we got to land, get beautiful pictures. We got to see Maui as it is.
From up high. Outside of the helicopter, from up high. And that vantage point was like no other. I mean, it was just absolutely amazing. I know I say that all the time, but it is absolutely amazing. And for me and for us, we take life for what it's worth, to be able to take in all this natural beauty. If we never ever make it back to Hawaii, this was definitely a trip of a lifetime. If you're making your way all the way to Hawaii, spending money on flights, hotels, what have you, why not make it the best? Just budget, add a little bit extra in the budget, and just go all out, go all in, just in case you never make it back there. At least you have those memories to hold on to.
Now we're wrapping ourselves around the backside of the island here. Winds funneling through these valleys here, bouncing off the ridgeline, so it is a little bumpier here, but it is normal.